Good evening, guys. Today I missed my trade. It was long 33s, and I wanted to go into it because this was such a picture perfect textbook trade on all the time frames, if you ask me. And I've been asked to do some trade review stuff, or if I do trade reviews, and usually I don't because they're not as clear as this now. This was really clear to me. Let's start into this. Look at the high time frame. I don't think this needs to be really explained much. We're in a bull market. That is the fundamental first part to this. Secondly, here is clearly a clear balance low. This kind of 60 to 70 spot. I think I've been talking about it for I want to say 2 weeks maybe now at this point. So we enter. Here is Monday. This thing ramps, craps out overnight, gaps down. Tuesday continues to crap out, and we think it's the end of the world. Of course, this bull market being what it is, it holds this key balance low. So that is our second key point. First key point, we're in a bull market. Second key point, even with this very bearish looking thing, we're kind of a blow off top kind of vibe, right? New high, market closes down, gap down strongly, liquidation. It still manages to hold 65. Coming on Tuesday, kind of a neutral day for the most part. Decent that we did not come back and try this balance low, but bulls didn't really get anywhere. They got into the gap close on the SPY. You can see it clearer. We got into that Monday low of the day, got rejected, closed kind of neutral. So to me, that puts us in a neutral spot. We held the key balance low, but we didn't really get anywhere. We just rejected the gap close. Overnight starts to look pretty bearish. The overnight, we get no trade over the open, and this thing starts to sell down. Here, I'll zoom in for you guys. Here's the open here at 14-ish, 14.15, and it starts to go down every hour. Usually you don't even get this much movement for the Euro Open. It kind of comes down to this 92 spot. I had this marked off as an important level, just the consolidation during that Wednesday overnight, but we get some bids, come back even lower. And this is when the Europe opens and we get this massive bid. Now, I had written the night before, if we get over kind of that 12 to 17 area, essentially where we did the majority of the volume on Wednesday, if we get above this, we would be heading to this balance area around 42. That's what I was looking at, this level here at 42-ish. That's what we had. So this becomes the next important point. So number one, we're in a bull market. Number two, we've held the balance low. Number three, we get rejected at the gap close. Number four is the most important, where we put in a higher swing low. So this low here at 87-ish, that's also a level. This 87 low becomes the higher swing low compared to 65-ish. And now we are starting to gap up above the prior day's high and above all this volume. Anyone who was short looking for a breakdown is now trapped at the open after this big kind of choppy consolidation day. We even get, you can see this clear on a 5-minute. Here's yesterday's high, 41.33-ish, 34-ish. You get this nice consolidation. The Globex POC moves over to here, that overnight point of control. All the volume's done here, and you get this strong breakout as we come into the open. The overnight high is taken, so that is acceptance of the overnight high of the gap up, in my opinion, and we come down right to that Globex POC, and that is the long. That is the key long today. That becomes the low of the day. That's where we end up ripping off of. There was a similar trade on the 22nd, and that one I also missed by a tick. I was bid 51s, if I recall. Yeah, right here. I was bid 51s. Similar idea. This was the NVIDIA day. We're grinding down. You have this huge NVIDIA move. After hours, Globex continues to move up. Essentially, you're trapping all this inventory. You find the level, you get long. 52s was the number that day. Today it's 33s. But it's the same idea, right? Here I drew this out so it's clearer. There we go. There we are. 1, we're in a strongly bid market. 2, high time frame balance lows around 60 to 70, call it 65, is held. That's bullish. 3, longs are rejected at the Monday range. Bearish, right? We don't really manage to get anywhere. And 4, Globex fails to break down after a strong attempt to break down. Instead, we put in the high time frame higher low relative to 65, and we end up consolidating at the overnight POC. Consolidating at the prior day's high. That is an auction. We gap up, so that overnight POC is accepted, in my opinion. Gapping up above that high is an acceptance of that auction that we're making over here. Hard to see on the 30-minute. And then the overnight is taken, the overnight high. It is taken, which to me means acceptance of the gap. And then it's simply waiting for these excessive short-term long inventory to flatten, and then it's getting long 33s for the move up. That to me was a textbook trade, really clear. It's sad that I missed it by a tick, but I think that is a great learning opportunity for anyone. Hope that helps. Hope that makes sense. I think TV is starting to roll on the continuous contracts, by the way, so be aware of that. Have a great night. Trade safe.